Welcome to season 3 of Flywheel Leadership. I'm excited to welcome Chris Carter. Chris is the founder and CEO of Approyo, author and investor. Too many accolades to attempt to list as well. Welcome, Chris. I appreciate you being here.
Please give me more. Give me more. Now, other than being the second best looking bald man on this podcast, I don't know. So,
love it. I'm really excited to talk to you. We really open up each show beyond the bio, kind of getting through with, a little bit more beyond the highlight reel as an opportunity to learn about you and your business. What's your proudest professional accomplishment, Chris?
Two beautiful children, two incredible daughters that are both nurses, EMT. They are in the medical field. That's my proudest accomplishment. But if it's me personally, it's I've got several staff members that were part of my company early on that are now presidents and founders of companies themselves. And I would say that is truly my business one. I'm very happy for them.
I love that. That's a really nice tie-in. Of course, the family. That's great. But when it comes to business, really being able to show the fruits of our leadership, that's really cool.
Exactly, because everybody deserves a chance to keep going up that golden ladder. And if we're have a point where we can help somebody, damn right we should be helping people. So I think that's important for me.
I like where your head's at there. What's your superpower, Chris?
My superpower is that I have the ability to be able to go through sports memorabilia cards at trade shows and other things, and I know what the good ones are and I know what the crap ones are. And so, as a matter of fact, I have a big box back here I brought in from my my warehouse. I'm 56 now. I'm starting to downsize in life, and I'm going through them going, oh yeah, that's a good one nowadays. Oh, that one really sold well in the comps, and oh, that one's crap. That person didn't do very well in the NFL, and so on. So
that's awesome. Could you tell us a little bit about your business in a quick minute?
Sure. So I actually have 4 of them, but I'm going to focus on Approyo. They do SAP software solutions for companies around the globe. It is all about making sure that the SAP migrations, the cloud, and the security are taken care of lock, stock, and barrel so companies don't have to fret over the activities around it.
Very nice. You've got that nailed down pretty well. I can tell you've done plenty of those speaking engagements and interviews, right? Chris, when I look at your background, I see, SAP expert, of course, valuable partner to entrepreneurs, a real partner to leaders needing technology advisory. And then one in particular, over the last several years is more of that just AI advice for all those different facets of business and how that plays. So that last point, could you tell me a little bit more on how you're really working with leaders on that when it comes to AI?
Yes, it's interesting. AI was not AI when we were starting to talk about it many years ago. It was machine learning and so on. And so, I'm going to take the glasses off and point at folks. Machine learning was what AI is now, and lots of machines get lots of data and you crunch that information. So they put a nice wrapper around it, OpenAI and all those companies. And where the benefit is for organizations and for individuals as well is taking that information and learning about it. But what's crucial is being able to take your information and learning about it. If you're running a business, you do not want your competitors' data. You don't want every company willy-nilly. You want your clean data that's already been put together. Now, if you're doing sales and marketing activities and you need to go up and you want to use OpenAIs and you want to use the Gammas and all, that's great. That's what that stuff is for. Or if you're a technologist, you need to use some of the technical tools that are out there to be able to do, like the Copilot studios and the BI platforms and those types of things to be able to build those bots and activities out there. So depending upon what lane you're in, making sure you're using the right tools, the right data, and with the right people. And then figure out what your cost associated with that is and figure out what your ROI is going to be with that. And that's the benefit of AI. It's not one thing for everybody. It is multiple things for everybody. And you got to pick the right multiple of what is your multiple.
For sure. When you're talking about, a business that's not quite there from a technology standpoint, and I've really thought about this over the last several months, is I think a lot of people think AI is just we click and now we use AI, or, AI is just thing that just comes in and drops in and we implement it, right?
Yep.
And I've just really thought a lot about like there's so much AI and all the things we use already. And so it's like, oh, if people say we don't use AI, it's like, really? Or it's how are we using AI is maybe a better question, and where should we go with that? But how do you advise a leader on like how do you get started with just having more of a strategy towards AI?
So that's a great question, because I'm usually the one that comes in and has that conversation with the C-suite. As somebody who's done this for a while, who's written the books, who's the C-suite tends to listen to me. So I will typically take a CIO, CISO, a CEO, CEO, and I will take them to lunch and I will just sit down with them. And I will start asking them some of the relevant questions. And all of them will say, oh, we got to get into AI. We've got to be doing that. And I said, well, you've got this thing.
Yeah.
Most of your people already got shadow AI projects going on in your organization. What is it you're looking for? What is the one thing that would be a benefit to you to showcase to the board? How do you feel that is going to showcase or is going to improve the company in whatever way, shape, or form? And I listen to them. It's crazy. You got two of these and one of these, and most salespeople just sell, sell, sell. I try to listen, and I make sure that I listen to what their pains or what their thoughts are. Because a lot of times what they're doing is they're reading magazines and they're reading articles and that information isn't necessarily the right stuff. And it's usually not the right information for them. And so by listening to what their thoughts are, and then I'll ask them some probing questions, of course, and get into it. And by that time, I've already gotten a makeup from their technical team, from what the CIO wants, or from somebody within the team themselves that is actually shadow AI projects that are out there. And I try to bring them back to reality. AI is not going to do everything for your company. If you want to do something in the HR realm and you want to do some logging, you want to get your HR systems to be able to have chatbots so you can figure out how many hours you have left for your vacation time, how you can use your vacation time, how you go about for your health insurance activities, the basics that we all need from an HR team. A good chunk of that we can do with chatbots, and depending upon what your questions are. Second of all, finance teams, accounts payables and accounts receivables. We can chatbot a lot of this. It's kind of funny because I've been working with chatbots and activities. I just did a no-code, low-code, pro-code with with Microsoft's Copilot suite with some folks down in Chicago 2 days ago. And that integrates with so many different tools, such as the SAP landscapes, the Oracle landscapes, the QuickBooks, blah, blah, blah. It integrates with these things. And once you start to get people in your organization that can understand it, and you start providing the correct prompting activities, you can start taking away the trees start to part in that forest. And those CEOs start to see, oh, okay, well, I saved this number of headcount here and I moved those people to this area, or I moved them up here, or we just decided not to rehire people. And the activity starts to flow, and it's interesting. It's a pattern of time. But I show those CEOs those activities from companies that we've been working with for the last 2+ years on just AI activities. And now that it's built into so many different tools, once they start making those references and I get from my team what their applications are, I can literally line item to them. Okay, well, why don't we use this tool, because this has already got a built-in AI box with it that will formulate plans for you. And this one's got this AI activity, and this has got this. And they're just, really? We could do that? How easy is that going to be? Well, this one's going to take maybe 3 weeks. This one will be a quick API connection with and we'll just upload it to the cloud, and we'll have that up and going within a week. And they just are like, whoa. But then I come back to, and this is where I get them every time, Graham, but what is your data like? Do you want your staff, and can they utilize the data that is in your HR system, your finance systems, or your manufacturing or warehouse? Once we get that cleaned up, the opportunities are endless then on that.
Very cool. Thanks for sharing, Chris. So I see we got a little Rocky quote in the background, it looks like.
Oh, I do. Yes, yes.
I would love to hear, in all your experience as a leader and working with leaders, what really comes to mind is like the Rocky mentality when it comes to just being that type of leader that's willing to lead at that certain level, but also not afraid to get their hands dirty and actually understand the real business challenges, things like that. Any
Well,
thoughts?
I still have the keyboard right here. I'm still a keyboard monkey once in a while. Not often, but every once in a while. I love to be able to go out there and help folks. I like to be able to, like I just stated, listen to what's going on and to be able to see and hear what they're doing, to be able to give them some advice. I give advice to CEOs and CIOs all the time without them even being my customers, because I want them to be successful. Staff members, individuals, interns, people all around the globe. When I'm speaking at events, they come up to me and start asking questions, and they start asking for opinions in those activities. And I give them those activities. I give them, hey, take me for a cup of coffee. Let's talk. Take me for a bourbon. Let's have a conversation. So I'm constantly, and it doesn't matter if they're my customer or not. Now, if they're my customer, I'm taking them out for a bourbon and activity because I want to see what their thoughts are. And once I get a couple bourbons into them, it's amazing how quickly they start to talk. But at the end of the day, it's about opening up and being there for them and helping them. And even if it doesn't afford me $1 in the revenue stream, it's still giving me some love that I'm giving back to the community.
Thanks for sharing. When it comes to your purpose at Approyo, could you share a little bit, like maybe a story that really shows us what it's all about when it comes to your organization?
Sure. Our purpose is to be able to help individuals and corporations. And it started from day one. I literally sat outside with a vice president of SAP, and we had a bottle of scotch. We stayed there all night until the scotch was gone. Literally 48 hours later, I was on a plane to Germany. And then I flew across from Germany back home, changed my suitcase, grabbed another plane out to Palo Alto, and wanted to help people. I asked and literally begged to be brought back into the ecosystem because I was kind of out for a little bit. And my first customer was an old customer that I had, and they were hurt by the current organization that they were working with, and it wasn't us. And I literally walked in there and said, "How can I help?" Now, he did not become a new customer right away. I helped him. I helped him understand what the new partner was doing, why they were doing things, how they're doing. Fast forward to about 12 months later, he came knocking on the door, said, "My contract is up with them. I want to be back with you. Nobody's ever done what you've done for me. Just walked in and helped me without wanting something in return." I think that that's important. I think what's important is being able to offer your insights and offer your help without ever having to be that guy or gal that is constantly asking for something. Sure, we all want revenue, we all want to grow, and we all want to be part of things. But at the end of the day, it's all about helping those who need help.
No doubt. So when you look at the technology landscape and what's gone on in the last 3-4 years, whatever it's really been now, it feels like it's a lot's changed in such a short amount of time. What's important for leaders to be really looking at as we look at the next 1 to 2 years? Because that's in these terms these days, 1 to 2 years could be so much could happen, right? But what are your thoughts? How do you manage that?
Yeah, it is a evolving change every single day. I've never seen anything like this. Now, I've been involved in the cloud. I'm fortunate enough, they called me the godfather of the SAP cloud, some other acronyms, including bleep, bleep, bleeps. Been there, done it. But right now, and I just told somebody this on a show the other night, we are not even in the clubhouse putting on our uniform for a baseball game. As a former baseball player, I just got to the clubhouse. I'm saying hi to all the clubhouse attendants. I'm saying hi to Skip. I'm saying hi to all my teammates and everybody. And I haven't even gotten to my locker yet. I'm still getting my granola bar from the back room with a Gatorade and stuff. It's that early in what we're doing. So when I tell people that we are going to have changes, and there's going to be so much change between the applications, how we're using those applications, the people in your company, the companies that you're going to use for their applications, everything is going to change and evolve continuously. I mean that. There is going to be so much change and modifications going on. Don't get that laissez-faire attitude. Think, where's the future? Can this tool hold up? Do I like this tool? Can I use this tool for now and then get something that's bigger, better, better? I think that's exactly what we got to do. I tell all my team on the technical side, learn everything you need to learn, because you're going to change and you're going to grow, and everything's going to keep evolving upward. And as you get better and better, you're going to be able to make those changes faster in your life from a technical standpoint. And that's what companies are going to have to deal with as well. It's going to be a lot of drastic change.
No doubt. Chris, what's one thing you've changed your mind on in the span of your life or career?
First thing is that I would look horrible as a bald man. And right now I look damn sexy. No. Well, that is one thing. The one thing that has really changed is that I always thought from, because I'm an old mainframe guy, and I went from mainframes to x86s. I didn't think that anything would start evolving as fast as all of that x86 with the Microsoft products, and then server, and then virtualization, and then in the cloud. I thought that was going to be, and then all of a sudden, AI took over the world. And now all of a sudden, it is faster than ever before. I thought those things were fast. Holy cow. The activities that were going on in back then, nothing compared to how fast everything is going. I'm learning new things every single day. I'm constantly in meetings. I'm constantly with Microsoft or SAP or Oracle, NetSuite, you name it. I am constantly learning something new. The Microsoft event the other night, I learned something new because somebody brought it to the table. They had been at the event, the Microsoft Roadshow, and I hadn't had a chance to be there. I was like, holy when did this come in? He goes, oh, yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. I'm like, well, there you go. That's what happens when I spend time with family rather than working.
Love it. Anything that you wanted to touch on that we haven't covered yet? You've shared so much great stuff, but anything come to mind that you'd like to say more on?
One thing I would like to say is never stop learning. Always be learning. I tell this to my daughters, they're 22 and 26. Keep learning, because you're going to always need something new, and you're going to wash away the old and bring in the new. Always keep learning. 2, help others out. The ladder of success goes both ways. It goes up and it goes down. Grab somebody's hand and help them up. If you are coming down the ladder, like I hope to retire in the next few years, I'm still going to try to push people up the ladder while I'm starting to walk down the ladder and retire. But push those people up and help them out is number 2. And then 3, just be a good person. There's a lot of crap going on in this world nowadays. You don't have to bring it into your office. You don't have to be hateful to your coworkers. You don't even have to be a jerk to the person who lives next door to you. People are going to be different. They want to learn different things. They want to know different things. They want to be part of different things. They want to be, not everybody is going to line up with you in your work, in your attitude towards artificial intelligence, cloud, whatever technologies, your religion, your who you are, what you are, how you are. Just be a good person. If you're a good person, we're going to get along great. But if you're a jerk about something, I'm literally going to be like, okay, you know what? Not ready to take the next step into learning something or taking my 56 years of experience and wanting to learn something from it. So be a good person no matter what you're doing. Words to live by. Words to live by.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
Words to live by. Words to live by. Let's go. Right. Let's go, Coach. I'm ready.
We can use a little bit more of that for sure. Chris,
put me in the 3-hole, Coach. I'm ready to hit again.
How can the audience best find you or follow you and your company?
Yeah. Best thing is go to my LinkedIn. If you go to my LinkedIn page, which we have, I'm sure it's in the thing below down there. My LinkedIn page. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. Our website, approyo.com. My Mugatu AI offices, of course. I even have my own pub and restaurant with my wife called Carter's Pub. It's filled with 100 bottles of bourbon and whiskey. So if you ever get up this way, come and have one with me, and I'll sit down and chit chat with you. And but the best way is find me on LinkedIn.
Very cool. One last question for you before we wrap. What do you want those you have worked with to say about your impact on them?
Oh, great question. Well, I hope they say that I'm a nice person to them and that I was very helpful to them. That I gave them one of my 17 books that I wrote free of charge to help them learn something. And at the end of the day, I hope that they think of me as somebody that was willing to help them in any way, shape, or form when they needed it. Um, I won't do anything illegal, but I will try to help anybody that's in trying to figure out their life, their career, their technology, what their company needs to do, who they are, what they are, and offer those types of suggestions for life, liberty, and the pursuit of technological happiness.
Very good. Chris Carter, we appreciate your time today. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Take care.
We'll talk soon.